Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Living Truth Channel. Today is June 18th, 2025, and this is recording number 850. The title is Like the Dew in the Morning. Like the dew in the morning. Background scripture for this is Psalms 133, verse 3. It is like the dew of Mount Hermon and the dew that comes on the hills on Zion. For there the Lord has commanded the blessings. Ever, forever in life, forevermore, upon the high and the low. Like the dew in the morning. There's a song that became very popular that talked about the dew in the morning that rests upon my heart. And if you've ever looked at flowers, or basically flowers, early in the morning, you'll see these beads of water sitting on them. Now, they didn't decide to come to the water. They formed there because that's what they naturally are born to do, or created to do. They don't ask, they don't plead, and they don't look to see. They just form because that's their purpose. I'm using this today as an example of how God has formulated many things to fulfill his own purpose in the earth. Did you know that we could avoid all the inharmonies and discords of human experience if we knew how to pray? If we knew the function of the Christ and its method of prayer? Those of you who were with me last week, we delved into the topic, the function of the Christ. When this is understood, it reveals God's purpose in us, and it reveals the way of prayer, and it causes us to avoid the inharmonies. Ran into a man today, and he said, "Yeah, you know you're going to have trial and tribulation. Then you'll learn." And I said, "Well, I beg to differ with you." And he said, "Why?" I said, "Because in the book of Genesis, it said, I put two trees here. One you can eat freely of, and the other I ask you not to eat from, because it is the tree of trial and tribulation." You see, we need to understand that if God says don't do something, it didn't mean for us to do something to see what the results would be and go, "Oh, I see why he told me not to." No. He said don't eat. And yet we have swallowed the pill that says trial and tribulation is the only way to get to the kingdom. But God said if you eat from this tree over here, that's full of the good fruitage that I have made, you shall live in harmony with me. You shall live in harmony in this life. You see, prayer is our contact with the infinite source that maintains the harmony, the peace, the wholeness, and the completeness of mankind. We cannot by might or by power make our life beautiful, but we can fulfill our nature through an understanding of the function of the Christ, of prayer, and its practice. It is not for us to besiege God with requests for our fulfillment. God created us. I need you to hear this. God created us in his image and likeness, imbued us with his life, his nature, his character, his qualities, and his quantities. And because of that, this great capacity of fulfillment exists within every single one of us. The purpose of life on earth is to bring forth an abundant, joyful life. This is the original intent for mankind as is described in the Garden of Eden. I'm going to go through this again just so it'll be loaded in your consciousness. It is not for us to besiege God with requests or for our fulfillment. God created us in his image, his likeness, imbued us with his life, his nature, his character, his qualities, and his quantities. And because of that, this great capacity of fulfillment exists within every single one of us. What then shall I fear if God be for me? If I have the recognition of just who I am, what shall I fear? It's like the dew of Mount Hermon and the dew that comes on the hills of Zion. For the Lord has commanded blessings to be found there, even life evermore upon the high and the lowly of heart. The dew knows its beginning and its end. Its purpose is to fulfill its eternal relationship to eternal life. Why is this? Because it is filled with God's image, his likeness, imbued with his life, his nature, his character, his qualities, and his quantities. You see, living begins when we are able to perceive the nature of our real life, the life in the Garden of Eden, in the bosom of the Father. Oh, that I should find and understand, and oh, that each person should find and understand the import of those statements. That the beloved within our heart be awakened within us and allowed to do as he pleases. Oh, that proper sacrifices be made unto him, that we be instructed properly. We shall be comforted and embraced by a love divine, like the dew in the morning that simply rests in its purpose. There is but one guarantee of successful living. It cannot be ignored. It is to understand wisdom and walk according to its instruction. To understand a proverb and its instruction is to receive wise counsel. To attain this is to commune with the Most High. This is the beginning of knowledge. Because I have the fear or reverence of the Lord, I am guided properly. Wisdom invites all, that her spirit should enfold all. She is everywhere and withholds none of her truth. He who lives without wisdom cannot live safely. There shall be no fear of evil to them that accept her counsel. I will seek wisdom with all my heart. I will follow after her and cry aloud for her substance. I will attain the knowledge of God. He is my shield. He is a buckler to them that find him. His wisdom enters the heart and restores the soul. Discretion guides my steps, and understanding keeps me still. With my whole heart will I seek to understand, and this as for hidden treasure. I shall keep it safely locked within me. I shall keep it holy within me. I shall keep it secret, that I might not sin against it. I will be still and allow him to do as he pleases. I shall not stop until I have found his fullness. I will receive all that wisdom has to offer. I shall honor her with every breath. I apply my heart to understand her, and my ears are set to hear her speech. I shall silence myself before her, that I may behold her fullness. I will lift my eyes up, and at the coming of anything, good or the appearance of evil, I will immediately acknowledge the presence that I am. What is this presence? It's the presence that has created me in his image and his likeness. It is the presence that has imbued me with his life, his nature, his character, his qualities, and his quantities. There is nothing that I need to perform. There is nothing I need to do but accept the truth that is bound within me. Accept the truth that has sent me into expression. How do I know that it sent me into expression? Because I know that all things were created by the Christ. And the Christ is the Spirit sent of God, the Son of God. And all things are created by it for its own pleasure. And to as many as receive and understand are given the ability to become aware of the holiness that they represent. And not only the wholeness that they represent, but the wholeness and holiness that they are. I will spend my time lifting up the Creator, the Maker, the Sacred One, the Holy One. I will acknowledge him in all my ways. I will look not to my own understanding, for I know my steps are ordered by the Lord. I will be still, and I will look unto him who has my fulfillment. I shall be known as perfect because I have accepted God's wisdom, because I have accepted his fullness, because my eyes have been opened to see. My eyes have been opened to see he who is awake within me, to see he who never slumbers nor sleeps. I shall remain in the land of his making, the land that he never takes his eyes from, the land that he always fulfills with the rains from heaven. Yes, I will keep the Lord's presence before me. In this way I shall never have an enemy. For as anything comes to me, I immediately look to the Lord, and my enemy becomes my neighbor. And my neighbor lives safely beside me because I would do him no harm. In this I have found length of days. Peace shall go before and follow me wherever I am. I shall never look to the left nor to the right, but I will look within, for therein is the kingdom of heaven, and all things necessary for my proper counsel. I will keep the soundness of his wisdom and discretion. This shall be life to my soul and grace to my neck. What shall I fear? What can man do unto me? Because I have found him who makes my heart to beat. The Lord has stretched forth his hand to the opening of my door, and my innards moved to receive him. I will acknowledge him in all my ways. I will trust his understanding. His understanding was established in the heavens. His understanding was fulfilled before the foundation of the world. I will not allow his presence to depart from before me. For as the clouds drop down the dew, his truth shall gently rest upon my heart. I shall be satisfied because his truth causes me to dwell safely. I walk in God's favor and also the favor of man. I have bound his truth around my neck. I lean not to my own understanding. My immediate trust and confidence are in thee. By his truth have I gained understanding, and this cannot be taken from me. With my substance, my essence, I honor thee, not with the effects such as money and food and things of that nature. My substance is his essence. My substance is my essence. What is that substance? I was formed in his image and likeness, imbued with his life, his nature, his character, his qualities, and his quantities. I honor his presence, for his presence is everywhere, and I shall not allow my attention to go anywhere other than the thought of my beloved awakened within me. He is the health of my countenance, and my soul shall know this right well. I lack no good thing. The Lord loveth me sincerely, and I love him. His delight is with me. His delight is with me because I delight in his word. He withholds nothing from me, for all things are mine. He has given me the freedom to eat from the tree of life. He has given me the freedom to eat as freely as I choose
and as often as I choose.
And at this moment, I am eating freely and abundantly. For the seeds of these words are planted deep within me, and I allow them to come forth with their fruitage. Yes, his delight is with me, because I honor him completely. I look neither to the left nor to the right. My trust is in him. Happy is the man that findeth true wisdom, for he has found the essence of life. Wisdom? Yes. She is the priceless value of life, and there is nothing that can be compared unto her. Blessed is the heart that sees this. Blessed is the heart that casts aside every physical trait, every physical aid for wisdom. Wisdom is the pinnacle value of life. Her ways are the ways of pleasantness, and where she leads, no enemy can follow. I am encased within her precepts. I am surrounded by her love, and she watches over me day and night. She causes those that retain her to walk in safe ways. My foot shall not stumble, and my sleep shall be sweet. I will not be afraid of sudden fear. My trust is anchored in her. My trust is anchored in him. The secret of the Lord is with the righteous, and his blessings are within the habitation of the just. Blessed is the soul that forgets not the law of God, and the heart that keeps his commandments. Yes, living begins when we are able to perceive the nature of our real life, the life in the Garden of Eden, in the bosom of the Father. Blessed is he that perceives the dew in the morning resting upon his heart.